Hey, we're live, back again. Instagram loves me. I know this. So I'm putting it out there. I am back once again to introduce the Social Codex. So she is up and coming, and I'm actually excited that she's offering a service now because I want you to be able to see joining me back. Thea's 2378, thank you for joining. So what I'm doing is completely different from a usual interview. Hey, Rajat, you look great.
Hi. Now, can you see me this time?
I can see you, but right now it's paused, but hopefully it will adjust in a second.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I was telling them is you're actually offering help for entrepreneurs to fix their social media, to make sure that they have all their bases covered, basically. Make sure that they have, I think you mentioned like Facebook pixels and in Google, like there are a lot of terms. I don't know all of them, but I'm hoping that you'll be able to explain some of them so that everyone else can learn as well. And make sure that they have, the basics covered. Obviously, she offers services where she can actually help you set those things up or teach you more about that. But in the meantime, I'm going to offer myself up as a guinea pig so you can see you can see my website and in my infinite wisdom what I thought would be helpful on a website and what she can actually offer and help maybe streamline what I have already. So I did what I thought was right, and she comes from a different aspect of it, so she'll be able to teach us a little bit more. So we're going to do a series of these. Today we're going to look at basically navigation through my website, and if it's simple, if it makes sense, if I have unnecessary things in places or not. I mean, it's important. I need another set of eyes. So I'm asking Rajat to please offer her services so you can also get a feel for how she does things, how she teaches. Rajat, but you're stuck.
It still didn't show up? Okay.
I can see your face, but it's stuck where it is.
Just hold on a sec.
Sure.
Yeah. Still not there? Wow.
It is loading.
Why is that? Okay, I can see you completely clearly and
Okay.
and hear you as well, but
I can hear you. I can't see you.
if that has to do something with your having some requests on your end, or
Let me check and see. I don't think so. It's okay. You know what? You can still speak. I can hear you, and they can see your face. It's a beautiful shot of you, actually. So, at least it works. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn my camera so people can see what I'm looking at. So, just for the moment, this is my actual live website, okay? And I'm hoping that you have some insight for us. Goodness. Yeah.
Great. So, actually, I also have the website open in front of me so that
Perfect.
I can kind of take you.
Yep, just let me know. And the first thing I'm going to do is actually just going to scroll through. So for now, let me see my...
Yeah, I think that'll be good if you kind of explain through what was your thought process behind
yes.
putting that up.
Don't judge. This is what I thought was cool. No,
not
okay.
at all.
No, not a problem. Okay, so I made sure my logo was up here. The home, my navigation is really simple, actually. I made sure that I have the home page, the about page, services, and contact, and then a shopping page. So right now there are no products even listed, but eventually that's what I want to get to, right? So the first page, I'm a water sign, so I went with a water background. This is the name of my company, basically what I stand for, and then it starts off with the services, the brand, and the products. So I made it really simple. This is all through WordPress. Products, this is basically what I'm offering as far as products are concerned, what my brand stands for, and this will lead to the about page, the services, the kinds of the services that I offer, and then next going down. So if you haven't, real quick plug, if you haven't joined us for our free online event, the Business Mastery Summit, my link is in my profile. Please go join. It's free. Get lots of information. Okay, so that's my pop-up. I wanted to make sure that as they scroll down a little bit, the pop-up comes up, and you can actually sign up for that right there as well. So the rest of it is very simple. I didn't want any more information on the front page. Just connect with me. And if you want to follow me on social media, I have the platforms that I'm readily available on. So that's the front page. Very simple. I didn't want a lot of stuff on it. I didn't want you to scroll forever. I made it as simple as I could. So for example, I'm going to click on the brand. So it takes you to, 1 second. Please work. Okay, so this is the about page, and this is the concept that I'm working with, what I believe is important, my quick bio, background on what I think is important for you to know about my brand, and then my 3 favorite platforms, which is Instagram, Facebook, and SoundCloud. I'm not sure why my pop-up pops up on every page, so that's something I need to fix on the back end. Again, I have my background here, just who I am, where I come from, what I'm doing with this brand. And then obviously this is a placeholder at the moment, but eventually it will be cut and paste of a lot of the different videos that I have done in the past to give you a sense of who I am and introduce you to the page. And again, social media links at the bottom.
Okay.
Services is a mess, I'm telling you now. Again, I'm offering people the free call. I need to put it in. I'm thinking I need a form right here so people can sign up for their free call, or at least ask me more about what I offer. Mm-hmm. And then 3 of the services that I do offer. So this is in Deep Thought. It has to do with a lot of the journals that I've created. Watch and Learn is a specific program that I have. I won't say too much about it, but basically it lets you pick your favorite movie, so I can talk about who your favorite character is, who you see yourself as, so I can get a little bit more insight on what you feel. And then we talk about where you want to be. So that's the Watch and Learn program. And then by appointment, if you really want to, step by step go through everything that's going on in your life, then we commit to a little bit of a longer process. So it could be anywhere from 3 to 6 months, depending on your commitment level. So my pop-up. Okay, so then I actually have a couple of testimonials on here from people I've actually helped over the years, and I think I have about 4 on here at the moment.
Yeah, there are 4.
And then again, there's the discovery call, the page itself. I think I kind of want to make this smaller. It's very wide looking at the moment. And then social media links as always. And I'm not even sure if I want to keep the contact page, because I have so many areas on the website itself where people can just reach out and ask questions or whatever. But this is basically what I have. And again, more testimonials and a pop-up and social media links. So it's very, very simple at the moment. And like I said, the product page, I don't think it goes anywhere at the moment. I'm still working on it.
Okay.
So far, I'm just going to go back to the home page and let me know what you think. Navigation-wise, does it make sense?
Okay. So, all right. So maybe when we were talking about your website, maybe we'll divide the things based into 2 basic, broad categories.
Sure.
The one thing is whatever you see, is happening. Maybe you could call it UI and UX, basically user interface, and
yes,
what is the general experience of a customer when they walk onto your website, and
yes,
how easy the navigation is, what are the fields, the colors, the brand, how much they can understand from your content. All of that comes into the, UI UX part.
Yes. Okay.
And then we can talk about what goes behind the website. So for example, the SEOs, the meta tags, the descriptions that you've uploaded, the heading tags, all of the technical stuff that helps you get indexed on search results on Google and other search engines.
Awesome. Basically, and you know what? I'm actually taking notes because I have no idea.
Okay. So, all right. So let's go for the first part where we're just talking about how the website looks and feels for a first-time user to come on it.
Sure.
Okay. So the pop-up is a great idea. Usually that kind of helps people to fill in certain things and kind of keep people hooked onto your website and keep coming back for more. So many times people are, you'll find a subscribe now or, download a free ebook or come join me for a free webinar or a podcast and things like that, so that they're at least connected to the website or the brand at one level or the another, even if they're leaving the website. Yeah. So that's a good idea. That I definitely think you should keep doing that. Even after the business mastery class, the conference gets over, you can put in something more there about maybe one of your live sessions on Instagram or anything else that you're, doing at that point.
It will probably end up being a subscribe now, because I intend to create a blog as well. So yes, it will continue to be on there. But like I mentioned before, it tends to pop up on every page, and I think I need to just limit it to the front page. Correct? It's too annoying otherwise.
Yes, definitely. I think, but okay, so that did not happen to me because I think I was coming on your website more than one time. So, so it just popped up once and that's it, done. Okay.
Very cool.
So then, okay, so when you kind of come on the web, if you just just like when you enter the website, this is the first thing that you see.
Yes.
And do you feel the website kind of cuts in the middle? Like the space you have when you see it, and then your three services. You mean
how the screen kind of stops right here? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, and then you cannot see exactly what these three tiles are talking about. And
okay, that's good to understand. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, so that's one of the things. So when you land on the website, that this is your prime area to kind of make an impact on the person.
So to make sure I have enough information right in that, before they start scrolling, to have enough information in that frame, correct?
Exactly. Okay. That's my point. And even better if you have a video somewhere there. Because videos get people, people are lazy. They just want to... that's how it is.
So, right, and I was thinking about that, and that's why I didn't want them to scroll too far, because chances are they get bored and they'll leave anyway. So, yeah, okay. So if I put the video on top instead... Yeah, okay. Like a welcome, hey, how are you, kind of, Yeah,
and maybe talking about what you basically do and what this website is about. So that kind of helps, even though the website is simple and small and, very compact, it kind of gives you, the user has an exact idea as to what this website is about.
Yeah.
So really important things you can list down even in your video, even if there's a special offer.
I hadn't even considered that. That's awesome. Okay.
Okay. And
yeah, it's very large. I'm just now noticing.
Yeah, so it basically takes you down to see the basic, you have to scroll down to kind of see the first three content blocks on your website.
Exactly. Okay. And even that is taking up the whole frame. It should be like...
Yeah. So that could be done a little bit differently. Yes, that's all.
Yes.
Another thing, that kind of struck me when I was going through the website was that it feels like a blogging website that kind of talks about a lot of content and, life experiences and individuality and, so much that you could actually, put onto the website. It sounds like a blogging, it kind of comes into that kind of sphere. But the website structure is of something that would be offering, a typical service or some products or a very basic, service-oriented template. And so that doesn't match.
Right, okay. So yes, it is meant to be blogging because primarily what I do outside of offering services and products, I actually document everything. So that I have a podcast and eventually I will bring my blog back as well. So yes, it's set up that way, but I understand. So it's not congruent across all pages. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. So you could actually think about a template that kind of gives you more space to put in more content that kind of entices people to stay on your website and explore more.
Okay. All right.
So,
Hello? No worries. Hey, I got you. I can see you now. Very cool.
Yeah, okay, great. So, so that's one of those things that you could think about, eventually when you are putting everything, because you have so much content everywhere. You have SoundCloud. Yes, I know. You have SoundCloud, you have YouTube, you have Instagram going so awesome. And there's literally a ton of stuff that you're doing, but all of that is not put on your website right now. So it doesn't really cover who you really are as a person. So that
eventually
there because you have so many assets and it feels like you're leaving money on the table because you're not even showcasing, how talented
August is still on here, she'll laugh at me.
No, really, that's what it is about, Anyways, websites are like, even if, you're not making money directly from here, it's you could have like literally 10 things about you in different sections of the website.
Exactly, and I love that because this is meant to be my home base. So if you follow me on Instagram, you should be able to be referred back here. If you follow me on Facebook, you refer back here. On YouTube, like I want this to be home base where everything is basically in one place.
Yeah,
because I don't own the other platforms.
Yeah, correct. And when you come back to from all your social media platforms, when people are coming back to here, what I feel is they're not getting that much juice as much as you have in another place.
So this is why I wanted you. okay, I love you and I know you know what you're talking about, and I want people to understand where you're coming from. So for you to be able to sit down and tell me, this is, you know, stuff people pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to figure out. I'm glad you're able to, like, just on first glance, you can tell me, hey, I know this about you. You have so much, you know, content everywhere, but I don't get that feeling from this one page. And that's something that I need to consider. I didn't think about that. I'm busy, like, creating content, but this is where, if I had a web designer, they'd be able to do that for me. But since I'm a one-man band, I need to kind of think about that as well as I create the website. So I'm really grateful for your insight here.
Oh, no worries, no worries.
I'm learning. I'm serious. Like, I have notes. See, I'm working.
You're such a darling. Anyways, I don't think this is any sort of favor. I do this anytime today.
Oh.
So okay, so let's go ahead and then all right. So yeah, and then there's the connect with me. So okay, so on the homepage, I'd like you to kind of again the pop-up. Okay, so for the homepage, I'd like you to kind of think about what this website is completely about. And then I would want you to divide it into sections to kind of support that identification. Then let's say I'm a personal coach, or I'm a, you know, I help people, you know, identify their career goals and get better in life. So if that's what this website is about, then I need you to give me things, or, you know, content blocks that support that thesis. For example, I would want a blog that kind of talks about your, you know, that puts you in the place that you know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Second, I'd maybe want a case study, or, you know, just examples of what you've done and what, you know, what kind of things you've been through and how you've helped people. Then maybe another is your methods. What kind of methods do you follow? And maybe some testimonials. And I'll need all of that on homepage to kind of convince me to even go any further. Because,
that's,
you know,
true. And I didn't even put anything as far as testimonials on their homepage at all. Like,
so you can kind of cut it down. I'm just kind of giving you examples. You can pick and choose whatever you want. But on the homepage, as a user, as a customer that walks onto your website for the first time, I'd want more proof as to who you really are, and you really are as good as, you know, you're saying you are. So for that, I need a lot of I need a little bit of hand holding to take me through the website. So that's what we call as a customer funnel. So when you're getting people on your website, you design funnels and their journeys on the website. So for example, so you can have maybe you can divide your audience into different kinds of people, and then have there, and then figure out if this kind of person drops into my website from Instagram, I want this person to see this, and then fill out this form or download this ebook or join me on this webinar, and then that's where I take him, you know, next up. So that kind of journey, even if not very specific, but a basic structure of, you know, yes, a person drops in, he reads my, you know, testimonials. People are raving about me. He sees what is happening on my social media profile. So you could have those, you know, the plugins on your
on the front page itself. So
front page, because so much is happening on your social media profiles anyways.
Yeah, it's a lot. So I mean, and that's part of the reason I wanted to do a series with you. So right now we just talked about the user interface. For those of you just joining, I am inviting my friend Rajat to actually pick apart my website, because I think that's really important for everyone to have a website, especially recently with the, you know, the Instagram blackout that has sent everyone like panicking or whatever. I actually really enjoy the way she teaches, because she's, as you've noticed, the way she's speaking, right? I'm giving you ideas of what you could do. You could do this, you could do that, and she's not telling me this is wrong, that is wrong, you must do. She's a mom, and you can tell that, and I love it, because you're very gently telling me other opportunities where I'm possibly catching someone's attention. I didn't even think about the amount of space that my website took up in that first frame. I mean, I was looking at it, oh, it's pretty, but I didn't even think about how much space I'm wasting. And for me, being, you know, a minimalist anyway, this is something that's really important to me as a person. So the fact that mostly everything should be on the front page anyway, so people can get very quick, you know, recap of who I am, where I am, what I've been doing for how many years or whatever. I didn't consider that. I was looking at minimalist and how pretty it was, and that's not functional at all. So like she said, yes, I'm leaving money on the table. Although my whole purpose is not to chase money, eventually I would like to make a living doing this, right? So that's the whole point of even having a website. But I do give a lot of content. I do create on a lot of different platforms, and you can't tell any of that on my front page at the moment. So I would love for you to contact the Social Codex on Instagram if you have any other questions. She is offering her services as a, a look into what you have going on and where you could be improving your traffic and stuff like that. So she's actually broken down things that we should be covering, and we will in the future. It's not going to be all in there's no way we can cover all of it in one. We'd be kicked off of Instagram a couple times. So right now it's user interface. If you already have a website, I built mine by myself on WordPress with a lot of YouTube tutorials. So I'm piecing things together from the outside. Visually, I can put it together. It looks okay, I think. But functionally, it's not doing what I need it to do. So that's where Rajat comes in, and she can actually give you very quickly, an overview of what she's seeing, and then ask you some questions to get you thinking about what you don't know what you don't know. And so someone who knows what to expect, someone who's been there a couple thousand times, can tell you, okay, have you considered this? Why isn't your blog it looks like it's blog, but I know you do more than that. Why aren't the other things also included? So I need someone else to help me figure this out. I am not an island. I am not a silo. I cannot move forward by myself. So that's where people like Rajat can actually really help. So for those of you following along, please, please, please follow the Social Codex. Contact Rajat, DM her, ask questions, ask lots of questions, because that's how we can actually help you. So for the foreseeable future, for a couple more times at least, I'm going to actually invite Rajat as I correct the things that she's asked or mentioned to me. As I correct, we're going to go back over what she's taught me, and then we'll move on to the next thing, because there are a lot of things to do with social media, and especially the background as far as functionality of your website. She mentioned tags and how you can be how you show up on, I'm probably saying this all wrong, how you show up on search engines, how Google captures, your activities, to make sure that, as many blog posts as you write or as many podcasts as you write, that they all show up in a search when someone searches for you. So then that helps you gain traffic and gain subscribers as well. So all of those things, front and back, Rajat has been so gracious to offer her services live on TV. Now, not everyone will do that. Not everyone will be brave enough to get on and actually basically provide the service she would provide you live on camera, because she doesn't want to give away everything, right? So we want to use this as a webinar. This one is free right now. It's up for 24 hours, and after that, you're going to have to contact Rajat and actually talk to her and see what she can actually do for you, yeah? So thank you so much for joining us. We're going to call it right now so I can go and tinker in the back end of my website and see what I can change. But join us again soon. I will put up when we are scheduled to get on again and talk about the next phase of this, yeah? So I'm hoping this helped a little bit. It gives you a little bit of insight, something else to chew on and think about. So, I mean, we want everyone to succeed, and the best way to do that is actually share the information we have. So thank you so much, Raja. I really appreciate it. This is really humbling for me because...
Oh, no. Thank you so much for having me on. It was very nice speaking to you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, you guys, I'll touch you later. But yeah, follow the Social Codex. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the shout outs. Thank you. Bye.